Hey there, Sunil here, and today in this video we will be going over how exactly you can scale to 50K per month and beyond using the multi-pathway acquisition system. It's one of the fastest methods of getting you to 50K per month and beyond revenue. But before we go ahead and talk about all the nitty-gritty stuff, how it all works basically, let's start off with why many businesses fail to scale. They fail to scale because number one, they are unable to create something valuable for the marketplace. Or number two, they have something valuable to offer, but they are unable to generate enough attention to that particular product or service that they have. Generating attention to your offer is one of the most valuable components in a business, right? It's one of the most core functions of a business. Sales and marketing drives almost all the revenue of a business in many cases because it's no longer a case of you build and they come, right? It's a case of you build and you market. That's why mediocre products with great marketing tend to sell well as well, right? Of course, that's not an excuse to create shitty products and services, but here's the thing, right? Having a valuable offer that's somewhat at least outbound validated is the preliminary prerequisite step before you go ahead and even try to implement a system like the multi-pathway acquisition system inside your own business. The multi-pathway acquisition system is used to scale your business to by at least 10x from 2 to 5K per month in the next upcoming 90 days, right? This system can 10x your revenue easily as long as you follow the protocol properly. Also, here's the thing, right? It also depends upon your current business situation as well, what your current revenue is, how much leverage can be introduced with that current revenue we have at the moment, all that stuff as well. But you do this right, you can scale by at least 10x in the next upcoming 90 days. Be prepared to unleash a torrent of high-paying customers inside your business if you do this right? So let's take a look at the system in the format of a funnel. Now the top of funnel is basically where prospects become aware of your brand and what your company offers, right? You create awareness through ads, AI personalized outbound, and short form content. These are the three most common and leveraged formats of generating top of funnel attention, awareness in your prospects. Now, the next stage is basically the middle of funnel. This is the stage where prospects come in, they know about your brand, but they need more nurturing through additional information. You do that through content, you do the long form content that is, and you also do that through email plus SMS and WhatsApp sequences, case studies and testimonials that showcase how you helped your past clients and customers achieve significant results in their own business, and also the community or the group itself, right? These are all your middle of funnel assets. They nurture your prospects with additional information. They know about your brand, but they still need more info, and that info is provided inside the middle of funnel stage, right? The middle of funnel assets, through the middle of funnel assets basically. Hope that makes sense. Now, the next thing is, the next stage, if you want to call that, is the bottom of funnel. These are prospects that are almost ready to convert but need social proof or more information about what sets your brand apart from competitors. This is where the case studies and testimonials come in again, and these are basically the conversion actions. This is where you run a sales call where you convert prospects with an offer or demo basically, and like I mentioned before, these are conversion actions. They include DMs, sales call, a phone call, or whatever, right? I'll cover more in detail later in this video. Now, here's how the system works. We got the top of funnel, just to summarize: ads, cold, outbound, and short form content. The top of funnel, like I mentioned before, basically serves to bring in the attention that we need, and we drive all that top of funnel attention to our middle of funnel, and then that middle of funnel is again trickling down into We take as many people as possible from a middle of funnel and drive it into the bottom of funnel. Like I mentioned before, they are all the conversion actions. So to summarize once again, top of funnel is ads, cold outbound, and short form content. Middle of funnel is community, long form content, and case studies and testimonials and email and SMS and WhatsApp sequences, nurturing sequences that is. The bottom of funnel is basically actions to convert a lead into book call, like I mentioned before, conversion actions. They are DMs, dialing the leads, SMS and WhatsApp DM sequence, the appointment setting sequence instead of nurturing sequence, and sales calls, like I mentioned before. Now let's take a look at how it all ties together and works together. I made a somewhat decent flowchart to go over how it all works. Now here's the thing, right? Here's the top of funnel, ads, ad personalized outbound, and short form content. The lead opt-in, and once the lead opts in, they go into a group. Now in the opt-in, they give the name, number, phone number that is, and email, and we use that data to basically do all the conversion actions, which is DM, send them emails to nurture them and convert them into book calls. We also can dial the lead if they are not converting from the other three actions, which is DM, email sequences, and SMS and WhatsApp sequences as well. If they do not convert from this or this or this, then we just straight up dial the lead and we book them on a call. Right? We want to maximize the opportunities of converting a lead into a high intent prospect that's having a high intent to purchase from us, like I mentioned before. Now in the group, we also put posts to engage and nurture, and through that post that we use to engage and nurture, we use that as context to DM them and convert them into a book call, right? Of course, there is also long form content with a call to action to book a call posted inside the group. That is also a conversion mechanism that we are using to book them into a sales call. We are also using the long form content, right? The short form content leads to the long form content that you have on your channel, and that long form content also can drive your prospects into the group that you have, and they can convert into a book call through all these processes once they join the group, or they basically they do that because the long form content also has the CTR to push them to join the group so that they can get that particular valuable lead magnet that you offer. Basically, a lead magnet is a valuable resource that can help their business. You give that for free, basically. Now, the long form content also has a CTA to book a call. Some prospects directly book a call using directly from the long form content itself, so you're getting more calls there also. And when it comes to the AI personalized outbound, of course, you're going to get a lot of positive replies as well. If you're sending 500 to 1,000 cold emails a day, that is proper AI personalized ones. And if you're sending on emails like that, you're going to get a lot of positive replies and leads, and you're going to convert all of them into book calls as well, at least a large portion of them into book calls. So this is why it's called a multi-pathway acquisition system. There are so many pathways to convert a lead, right? Now, this is how the system pretty much works, right? I know it sounds a little bit complex, but we do this right, we'll make a ton of money with this. Now, let's talk about the importance of content, right? As you can see, content is incredibly valuable and important here. Content is what we're going to be using to nurture our audiences and shift their beliefs so that they believe that what we have, that the solution that we have is the way to go for them to solve all their pain points and reach the dream situation in their life, right? That's what we're going to be using content for. We're going to be using content to nurture and shift beliefs inside our audience and prospects. Now let's talk about what you need actually to build out, right, for this infrastructure to work. You need a proven paid ads funnel and advertising strategy. You need an AI personalized outbound system that generates attention and sends out 500 to 1,000 cold emails every single day, or cold DMs as well, or even both. A mix of both, basically. That depends on who your ICP is, that is your ideal client profile is, and where they tend to hang out the most. Also, we have to build out the short form content system that outputs a reel on Instagram and a short on YouTube every single day. You need to build a community itself, and then you need to create long form content to nurture your leads, and you need email sequences, DM sequences, SMS and WhatsApp sequences as well to nurture your and convert your leads. You also need separate sequences to nurture. You need separate sequences as well to convert. So nurturing sequences are different and conversion sequences are different, because you need an appointment setting sequence in that situation. You also need a dialing process that you can follow to basically dial the leads and book them into calls, basically convert them, that is, right? Don't get me wrong, this is an incredibly intricate process that takes a lot of skill and effort to pull off, right? But you'll make a fuck ton of money if you do this right. Let's take a look at the talent that you need to pull this off, right? You need a media buyer. Initially, this can be yourself as well. You need an inbox manager. You need an outbound campaign manager as well. And you also need an editor who can create short form content, also edit your long form content as well if necessary. You also need a copywriter to create all your sequences for email nurturing sequences, WhatsApp and SMS nurturing sequences as well. They also need to write your VSLs if need be too, so that you can post long form content on YouTube. Also, you need an appointment setter who can dial the leads for you, because you cannot be doing everything on your own, right? The only thing non-delegatable is the content creation process itself, because you're trying to build your personal brand through the content, right? And it cannot be nobody else other than you. Maybe Sora can one day replace you, but for now at least, it needs to be you actually getting in the trenches and making the content. All of the above, the 6 things that I just mentioned to you here, right? All of these cost money. They cost a bunch of money to implement and build out, right? If you're looking to hire all these people, it's going to cost you money. The outbound campaign managers, the inbox managers, the media buyer, the editor, the copywriter, appointment setter, all of these people cost money, man. They are all talent, right? You need to pay them wages, I think so. Wages is what you call it, right? Or whatever, salary or compensation. You need to pay them, basically. Good talent knows that they are good talent in many cases. If you're looking to hire good talent or great talent, you gotta pay a bit more. So it's just very, very hard to hire them for cheap. You cannot expect a $3 VA to create advertising campaigns that can, or outbound campaigns that can give you 10x return on investment. You know, you need good or great talent for that. Many agency owners try to do this on their own, but they fall flat on their face and they fail miserably, because simply put, there are too many actions to do it all by yourself. This is incredibly hard to do it all by yourself, right? Because you have to create content, create outbound campaigns, create paid advertising campaigns, edit all your content, right, and optimize all the sequences for your email, SMS, and WhatsApp sequences. Do all the DMs by yourself. Do all the dialing by yourself, right? This is extremely tedious and energy consuming tasks, right? You have to do this on top of fulfilling your customers and clients, right? You have to do this on top of fulfillment as well. You have to also go through the trial and error process of talent acquisition, right? Because finding good or great employees who can actually take over certain departments of a business is, to be honest, difficult, because you have to find the right person who can work with you and who can, they have to be someone who you can trust your business with. Is that what you want, right? Is this something that you want, man? Is this situation where you're just doing it all by yourself. You're working like a mule every single day. You can't take a day off. Do you want to be like that? Is that really why you're in this agency space? So what do you do, right? What is the alternative? Is there a better way to go about this? The answer to that question is yes. Now, all of the above tasks, creating content, creating outbound campaigns, creating paid advertising campaigns, editing all your content, writing and optimizing your sequences, nurturing sequences for email, SMS, and WhatsApp, talent acquisition, and so on. All of those can be handled by us. Now, at Up Economic Consulting, that's what we specialize in. We specialize in building on end-to-end client acquisition systems that enable agencies, SaaS businesses, and consultancies like yourself to scale to 50K per month and beyond. Right? I hope I pronounced consultancies correctly. Now, we help you script out the content, repurpose the content as well into shorts, create outbound campaigns, create paid advertising campaigns, optimize your marketing efforts on an ongoing basis, hire great talent so that you can now delegate a huge portion of your tasks to actually talented staff so that you don't have to work like a mule or a donkey or whatever you want to call it every single day and suffer, so that at the end of the day you can finally start running an actual business. Most founders in the agency space, like I mentioned before, are all in a glorified job where they are getting paid good money, but they're all slaves to their business. They cannot take a holiday, they cannot even take a rest day, because if they do so, the entire business halts down, it halts in functioning, and there's no growth. Is that you? Is that your situation at the moment? Well, we can fix that. And if you'd like me to walk you through how, then you can schedule in a custom growth strategy audit using the link below in the description. It's 100% free to book in. Worst case scenario, you get to walk away with strategies that you can implement right away in your business. Or best case, you work with us, you skip through all the trial and error, the unnecessary time, energy, effort, and capital expenses. You get to save a bunch of time, energy, and capital that you would have otherwise wasted, right? With that being said, I look forward to speaking with you, and I look forward to helping you scale your business. Thank you and have a good one.